Well, just finished eating Chipotle, my post-workout meal. It is super windy out here. I'm sure the headphones are picking up all the wind, but I haven't gone thrifting in quite a while, so I think we're going to go do a little thrifting, hit ARC Thrift Stores, maybe hit Goodwill. It's kind of in the area. I'm not going to go to a ton of places, but it's been a while. We're going to go see what's out there.
A rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful land, but
First stop, Goodwill. This is the one that's kind of near the Walmart that I like to go to. So I figured we'll check this one out first. As you can see, they always have a bunch of random electronics, monitors, and stuff like that. This is a bunch of nonsense, nothing I'm really interested in, to be honest with you. They have a Guitar Hero guitar. I'm assuming it's for the Wii. Not sure because I didn't really check. A lot of stereo equipment, I mean a lot. And then we came across some games. And, you know, nothing really grabbed me. I didn't see anything specific that was like, oh, geez, I need to add this to my collection for whatever system. I mean, there's an all-time classic, NBA 2K11. I don't care what anybody says, this is the best basketball game ever. Haven't played this in a really long time. I used to have that game. It's actually quite a fun paintball game. NCAA 10, it would have been nice to come across NCAA 14. That would have been a nice find. You know, the last year they made the game was the 2014 season. 2013-2014 season. A bunch of randomness. They had some 360 controllers and, you know, knockoff brands, some first-party PS2 controllers. Actually had two of them. Bunch of nunchucks for the Wii, and then this Model S Xbox 360 for $40. This was really tempting. I was debating on, and then for some reason the Power Brick's a separate $8. It's kind of weird. I guess if you just want to buy the Power Brick, but I was looking around at it. It didn't look too abused, so it's got all the connections you could want. The Model S is known to be as like the ultimate model of the 360. I have a Model E, the final model, 250 gig, and I was trying to see which hard drive size it had, and I couldn't really see any indicators of any kind, so I just kind of kept moving. Here's an old original model Xbox, beat to shit. This was abused. Then I moved on to the glass case that they have in the front. They had a couple of Super Nintendo games. I've never heard of this one. And Toy Story, which, you know, decent game, but I haven't had a Super Nintendo in a long time, so I just kept it moving. You know, they put the, I guess what they deem to be more valuable stuff in this case. And they had some decent games, PS3, 360, a lot of variety. Pretty much everything that I wanted that I would want, I already have in this collection, but there was actually a decent selection of games here. Like I said, nothing that I needed to add to my collection. So it was time to move on to ARC Thrift Store. This is the same ARC Thrift Store and same glass case that I found my pink iPod Nano that I like to use in the gym from time to time. As you can see, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, Wii Play. They had a few decent Wii games that was tempting. I mean, I don't need Twilight Princess, but Budokai Tenkaichi 3, that was tempting. Some greats right there with Black Ops and Black Ops 3. Bunch of different Call of Duty games, even World at War for the PS2. They actually had some decent games here for a variety of systems. I was kind of surprised. 360 Connect, not interested. Or actually, that's the one for the Xbox One. $20, I mean, if you needed it, but I don't care about those types of games, so I don't need the peripheral. And there's World at War for PC. That I actually debated on getting, because I know I can still get online on PC with that. And World at War is one of my favorite versions of Call of Duty of all time. And just a bunch of randomness. Some third-party Wii Classic controllers. Those aren't first-party. If those were first-party, I would have bought them. A Wii for $13 that probably doesn't even work, to be honest with you, which I have a Wii already, I have my Wii U. I have no need for it personally. But what was interesting is they had two stacks of NES games. Chess Master, that's interesting. But I didn't call anybody over to open the case for me to look through them. God knows what could have been there, but I don't know. I guess I wasn't in the mood. And moving over to the random electronics area, I mean, these DJ speakers were decent looking. Price wasn't terrible. I mean, again, nothing I need or that I'm hunting for, but it was kind of noteworthy to see. And I'm always keeping an eye out on the vintage electronics, looking for random things. You never know what you'll come across. There's always DVD players, Blu-ray players, all that stuff. I don't need any of that stuff. Turntable on the bottom, but I have a turntable already. Again, nothing I needed, so there's nothing that really captivated me this round. Just kind of going through everything, checking it out, seeing what they had, seeing what's there. Again, nothing special. There was really nothing. Unfortunately, this trip was a bust for me. Well, just left ARC. Kind of a bust. I mean, they did have a couple cool things, don't get me wrong. Wii for $13 that I don't need. At Goodwill, they had a Model S Xbox 360. Couldn't really tell what size hard drive it was. $40 wasn't bad for that. Again, not a system I need, but debated on it. But trying to be a bit more selective, looking for stuff I really want that I've been wanting to add to my collection. I didn't dig through the NES games that they had in the glass case because I would have had to get somebody to come open it for me and everything. But they did have a few interesting games like Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on Wii for $5. And I mean, they had a few different ones. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for $5 on Wii. There was a few games, but nothing that captivated me to the point to where I was like, yeah, let me get somebody to open this case. Because I looked at it as it's stuff that I really want to play. Not really. So, kind of a bust. We'll check out a few more spots hopefully in the next week or so. There's a ton of different places to thrift around here that are kind of hot spots for retro games and stuff like that. So, thank you to everybody that checked out the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before you leave. Turn on notifications so you always know when I drop a video. Have a good one.